morning, aerialists and yogis. Thanks for tuning in on another 10 a.m. episode of our 30-minute live yoga sessions here. So let's go ahead and just jump right in and get started this morning. So starting in child's pose on our mat. Knees can be close together or far apart, whatever feels good for you. Chest resting towards the mat, forehead on the mat, or if it doesn't quite reach the mat comfortably, you can also grab a blocker pillow to place under your forehead. And if you don't have a block at home, that's totally fine. A pillow works just the same. And just taking a moment here to get ourselves centered before practice. So setting aside any thoughts, any distractions that may keep you from being really present during our practice. Beginning to notice your breath, taking nice full inhales in, and exhale, sighing it out. Big inhale in, exhale, sigh it out. Good, one more here. Slowly raise up for a tabletop position. So shoulders stacked right over our wrists, hips stacked right over the knees. One long line from the tailbone all the way to the crown of the head. Hands pressing the mat away from us. Chins pressing into the mat. Engaging in the belly button, in the spine. We'll move through a few cat-cows here. So on the inhale, our belly drops towards the mat. Our chin raises towards the sky. On the exhale, our chin draws towards the chest. Lifting up through the belly button, through the midsection here, rounding our spine. Moving back and forth through these one breath, one movement. On the inhale, lifting up, rising up. On the exhale, pressing the mat away, rounding through the spine. This is a great way to sync up the body with the breath, which in turn syncs up the mind with what we're doing in this present moment. Last round, big inhale, lifting up, looking up. Exhale, chin to chest, rounding away. And coming back into the center here, back to our tabletop. On the next inhale, right arm reaches overhead, left leg comes straight behind us. We're just going to fire up the core, fire up our leg just a little here. And we'll give it 5 crunches. So we're coming our knee in towards our elbow and then back out for 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one, we're going to hold in for 3, 2, 1. Big inhale. Exhale back to the mat. Good. Taking any movement that may feel good in between sides. So maybe a rock side to side, maybe another cat-cow, whatever feels good for you here. And then whenever you're ready, opposite arm, opposite leg comes up. And we'll take, I think I did the same size. Opposite arm, opposite leg up. And we'll take our crunches here. So 5 crunches here. Getting that core fired up. Ready? Knee to elbow for 5. Back out. 4, 3, 2. Last one, we're going to hold in, knee towards the elbow for 3, 2, 1. Big inhale, lifting up. Exhale back to the mat. Good. Taking any movement that feels good for you, and then sending the hips back to the heels for a child's pose. Forehead resting back on the mat. Big inhale in through the nose. Exhale, side out. Taking a moment to set our intention for our practice here before we move any further. You can set an intention of your own if you'd like, or you can join me in setting an intention of focusing on our foundation, where we're rooting down. The foundation is the base of all of our poses, so working from the foundation up. Big inhale in. Exhale, sigh it out. Another big inhale in. Exhale, sigh it out. And we'll come up for a down dog. Toes stuck under hips and up and back. First downward dog of the morning. So taking anything that feels good for you here. Remembering yoga is your practice. So doing what feels good in your body first and listening to my words second. Allowing yourself to explore maybe like some little bends in the knees, maybe bending both knees. Anything that may feel nice to you here. Making sure we're breathing. Good. Whenever you're ready, taking a very slow, very steady walk towards our hands. Once we get there, ragdoll. Hands can find the opposite elbow, crown of the head really heavy towards the ground. A nice bend in the knees. Big breath in. Exhale out. Noticing our foundation here. Are our feet parallel and pressing down into the earth? Grounding down. Noticing those places that are our foundation. One more breath. And releasing the arms. Inhale, halfway lift. Really long spine like we're in a tabletop, and now we're standing instead of on our hands and knees. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, bend the knees, come all the way up to standing, leading with the crown of the head. Exhale, heart center. Big inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, chair pose. Ooh, we're starting right out the gate today. Noticing our foundation here in our chair pose. Where are our feet? Are our feet parallel? Are they about hip width apart? Can we see our big toes? Are our knees so far forward we can't see our big toes? We want to take them back in space if so. Sitting 1 inch lower. Maybe you feel the legs shake and quiver a little. That is okay. One more breath here. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, high plank. We're going to hold 3 breaths in our high planks today. Strong, full breaths in our high planks. If the record for a high plank is 8 hours, I think we can do 3 nice slow breaths here, yeah? Making sure our hips are staying in one long line with the crown of our head and our heels. After your 3rd breath, you can either bring the knees to the mat or just slowly lower to the mat, whatever feels good for you. Inhale, baby cobra, gentle lift through the chest. Exhale, back to our downward dog. Big inhale, up on the tippy toes. Exhale, down through the heels. Big inhale, up on the toes. Exhale, down through the heels. Good. One more here. Big inhale up. Exhale down. Right leg raises. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, right foot behind our right hand. Inhale, crescent lunge. Good. Holding here in our crescent lunge, we're going to give it 3 breaths here. Pressing down through our standing foot, keeping that front knee right over that front ankle. Hold strong, paying attention to your foundation. Where are you rooting down? Big inhale, arms up. Exhale, high plank. Stepping back, lowering down, knees first, or bringing our chest slowly down to the mat. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, downward dog. Big inhale, up on the toes. Exhale, down through the heels. Big inhale on the toes. Exhale, down through the heels. Last one, inhale, lifting up. Exhale, down. Left leg raises. Knee to nose. Inhale, lifting. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, lifting. Exhale, left foot behind the left hand. Inhale, up, crescent lunge. Pressing down through our foundation as we rise up. 3 breaths here. Arms can stay up. They can come to heart center, whatever feels good for you. Good work. Big inhale, arms up. Exhale, high plank. All the way to the mat or straight back to downward dog. Option's yours. Upward dog. Downward dog. Good. Big inhale up on the toes. Exhale down through the heels. Inhale on the toes. Exhale down through the heels. Last one, big inhale up. On the exhale, bend the knees, look to the front of the mat, make your way there. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, bending the knees, coming up through, standing, hands heart centered. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, everybody's favorite pose, chair pose here. Abs engaged, belly button engaged towards the spine, tailbone towards the ground. Lifting up, creating space through the collarbones here. Big inhale in. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, high plank. Our 3 magical breaths in this high plank here. 3 strong breaths. Pressing down through our feet as if we're pressing our heels into the back wall. Really engaging those legs. After the 3rd breath, lowering down to the mat. Inhale, upward. Exhale, downward dog. Good work. Big inhale, right leg raises. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, raising. Exhale, knee to nose. Last one, big inhale, lift up. On the exhale, drop the right hand behind, or right foot behind the right hand. Drop the left knee to the ground. Low lunge here. Big inhale, lifting up through the chest. Taking 3 breaths here. Arms can stay up. You can also bring your hands to the top of the right knee here. You should really feel this stretch through the thigh, the bottom thigh of the front leg, the top thigh of the back leg. Sitting up really tall through the spine here. One more breath. Good. We're going to add some movement. Big inhale, arms sweep up. Exhale, chest goes towards the front of the mat. Inhale, arms sweep up. Exhale to the front of the mat. Good. 2 more. Big inhale, reaching up. Exhale, lowering forward. Last one. Inhale, lifting. Exhale, lowering. Good. And back into the top. Left hand will plant to the ground. Right hand's going to raise. A gentle twist here. Good. Hands plant to the mat. Hips in back. Our front foot flexes for a nice half split here. Half Hanuman. Using our breath as a tool in this pose. On each inhale, lengthening long in the spine. On each exhale, folding forward even more. Few more breaths. Noticing the places you're grounding down here. This is an easy one to get distracted away from the foundation of the pose. Where are the places you're grounding down? Inhale, back up. Right foot comes back to the mat. Back toes tuck back under, and we send it back to downward dog. Taking any hip circles with the hips that may feel nice here before we take it to the opposite side. Left leg raises. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, knee to nose. Last one. Good. Left hand, foot behind the left hand. Back knee towards the mat. Low lunge. Inhale, raising up. 3 breaths here. Arms can stay up. They can also come to that front knee. really tall through the crown of the head, creating lots of space through the collarbones, lifting through the heart. We'll add some movement here. Inhale, arms lift up. Exhale, chest towards the thigh. Sweeping the arms back. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, forward. Good. A few more rounds here. Inhale, reaching back, lifting up. Exhale, folding forward. Good. Last one here. Good. All the way back. Let right hand plant. Left hand's going to reach up for the twist. Making sure we're breathing here. Good. Hands come back to the mat. Hips in back, front foot flexes. Half Hanuman on the other side. Inhale, lengthening through the spine. Exhale, folding forward. Using our breath in each pose to work with us, giving us more space, giving us more oxygen to our muscles. One more big breath here. Exhale out. Left foot comes back into the mat. Hands plant, back toe tucks under, and we send it back to downward dog. Again, taking any circles with this hip that may feel nice before coming back to the mat. Big inhale up on the toes. Exhale down through the heels. Big inhale on the toes. Exhale down through the heels. Last one, big inhale lifting up on the exhale. Bend the knees, look to the front of the mat. Make your way there. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, gorilla pose. So peace fingers can come to the big toes. You can even come palms of the hand to the soles of the feet. A really big bend in the knees here. Chest really close to the thighs. Crown of the head heavy towards the ground. Big breaths here. Taking any movement that may feel good, if maybe a little side to side sway feels nice, or bending and straightening the knees. Maybe giving the head a little shake yes and a little shake no. One more big breath here. We'll release our hands. Good. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, bend the knees, come through all the way up to standing. Exhale, heart center. Good. Feet are going to come mat width apart here. We're going to send our hips back, knees wide. Our garland pose, our yogi squat here. We're going to take 3 breaths here, noticing where our foundation is, where our grounding is, what is keeping us pressing into the earth, and maybe press into those spots even more. Noticing what it feels like. One more big breath here. Exhale, bring our bottom to the mat. Legs come straight out in front of us. Getting our sits bones to the ground. Big inhale, reaching up really tall. Exhale, folding forward. Forward fold here. We're going to be here for just a few breaths. You can keep a gentle bend in the knees. There's no reason they need to be super straight right here. Actually, I'd encourage you to give them a nice gentle bend. And then slowly using our breath in this pose too. On the inhales, lengthening really long in the spine. On the exhales, folding forward. Big inhale, lifting up, reaching long in the spine. Exhale back to Paschimottanasana. A big inhale, reaching up really tall. Right foot's going to come in to the side. Big inhale, lifting back up. Exhale, folding forward. Hips are facing that left foot as we fold over to the left foot. Again, still using our breath here on each inhale, lengthening long in the spine. On each exhale, folding forward. And wherever you're at is perfect. Remembering that just like each and every one of us are unique and different, so is our body and so is our yoga practice, which means our poses don't all look the same, and that is okay. Big inhale, long this one. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lifting all the way back up. Good. Right foot that's out to the side is going to come across the left leg. We're going to sit up really tall in the spine. Left elbow will come to the right knee as we take a gentle twist. For this twist, using our breath here too, on each inhale, sitting up really long in the spine, noticing how we gently untwist. On each exhale, noticing how the natural rhythm of our breath gently twists us even more, not forcing anything. Good. Big inhale back into the center. Exhale, both feet long, forward fold, Paschimottanasana. Few breaths here before we do the opposite side. Big inhale, reaching out. Left leg comes in. Exhale, folding forward here. Again, hips are facing the right foot as we fold forward. Using our breath as a tool here. Inhale, lengthening long in the spine. Exhale, folding forward. Big inhale, arms reach up really tall. Left foot goes across the right leg. Inhale, raising up. Exhale, right knee to the left, right elbow to the left knee. Again, using our breath here. The way it naturally moves as we inhale and lengthen, we gently untwist. As we exhale, our body naturally guides the twist here with our exhale. Using our breath to work with us, not against us. Big inhale in, coming back into the center. We'll take butterfly pose here. So bringing the soles of the feet together, sitting up really tall here. Exhale, folding forward. And just a few breaths just like that. Inhale, sitting up really tall. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, sitting up tall. Exhale, folding forward. Last one here. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, folding. Good. Coming back into the center. We'll go ahead and come all the way down to our back. Maybe giving the knees a nice squeeze in if that feels good for you here. And of course, we're going to get in some sneaky ab work before we wind it down all the way. So toes, we're going to go to the sky. We're going to lower our feet down to 60 degrees and just hang there, hover out there. Really engaging through our legs, engaging through our core. If you feel your belly right now, your abs should be fired up. Lowering down to 30 degrees, hovering here, hanging out here. And then moving to 1 inch above the mat for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale all the way back up. Give your knees another squeeze in if you'd like. We're going to do that one more time. Spicing it up a little bit more. Legs raise. This time we're going to do scissor kicks. We're going to do 5 in each spot. So we're lowering down to 60 degrees. We're going to scissor our legs for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're going to lower them down to 30 degrees. Scissoring for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then moving down to 1 inch above the mat. Maybe even looking at your toes and doing our last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Big inhale, knees into the chest. Big squeeze in. Good work. Maybe a little rock side to side if that feels nice. take our right leg, cross it over our left leg as if we're sitting cross-legged in a chair. Arms can come to a T or go posted out to the sides. Since our right knee is on top, we're going to send our legs to the left side of our body. Your head can look straight forward or over the opposite shoulder, whatever feels good on your neck, on your spine. And we'll find a few breaths here, ringing out our practice. It's nice to end practice with some nice twists, winding it down. Taking nice full breaths here. Still noticing those places of foundation for what we're doing. Noticing those places of grounding. One more big breath here. And slowly come back into the center. Uncross our knees. Maybe give your legs a squeeze in if that feels good before we swap sides. Left leg comes over the right. Hands stay out to the sides. Since your left knee is on top this time, we're taking our legs to the right side. Head looks straight forward or over the opposite shoulder. Few full breaths here. Starting to move our practice closer to stillness, closer to our final resting pose, our final Shavasana. One more big breath here. And coming back into the center. And crossing the legs, giving the knees a nice squeeze in here. And then taking Supta Baddha Konasana. So soles of the feet come together, knees go wide like butterfly legs. One hand resting on the heart, one hand resting on the chest. Big inhale and through the nose, filling up with oxygen. Exhale, sigh it out. Big inhale. Exhale, sigh it out. And whenever you're ready, extending your feet to the ends of the mat, setting up for our final resting pose, our final Shavasana. Keeping your hands where they're at or bringing them to the sides, palm up, palm down, it doesn't matter. There's no wrong way to do Shavasana. Just finding somewhere where you can let out all the fidgets, all the last little wiggles. And just be here, present with yourself for the last few moments of class. Drawing our awareness inward towards our breath. Taking a big, full inhale in. And a nice, long exhale out. Noticing how your body feels like right now in this moment. If your mind begins to wander, not judging it, not criticizing it, it's totally normal of the mind to do. But just being gentle and showing compassion as you gently guide it right back to the breath, right back to the moment we're experiencing right now. Our breath is part of the foundation that makes up our ability to be present and anchored. Big inhaling through the nose. Exhale, sigh it out. Big inhaling. Sigh it out. Gently turn the corners of the mouth up for a gentle smile. Reaching the arms overhead like you're waking up in the morning. Then gently roll onto one side in a fetal position.
taking a moment here of gratitude for your body, for your mind, for your practice today, for showing up. And whenever you're ready, very gently meeting me on the mat. One hand on the chest, one hand on your core. Big inhale in through the nose. And sigh it out. And remember that you have access to that foundation, to that grounding, to that core right here with you all the time. And bring our hands to heart center. Namaste. I want to thank you guys for showing up and practicing with me today and getting on your mat and getting some movement in on this lovely Wednesday morning. If you are enjoying these donation-based classes, the donation link is in the description for this post. Feel free to leave our little studio some love. Until next time, namaste.